Probably very good for cash flow.
Yeah. Yes, it is. Because they just go, yeah, cool, I'll have it.
Yeah, I'll have it in a pack of 10, 12, 14, 20. However you package it up, is you can move fast on that sort of product.
So, still within that is, sorry to, if I've taken over, is to engage an agent or talk to somebody that is because I really want to, research and take hold of that. If I think it's fabulous, not even doing the work yet, that they know me. So I want to grab hold of that and run with it.
Yep.
So an agent would be the best, so they could go out.
If you ask these people how they found you, that's what I would do.
Okay, beautiful.
Find out, how did you find us? And they'll say, I saw you on Pinterest. And then there you go. You don't need the middleman. You know what I mean?
And you send me a box of chocolates for putting you on Pinterest.
Or something like that. That would be my first step. I would want to know, because they're obviously finding you somehow.
How two is just in something like this. What do you do? Oh, I make these. Really? Can I see them? Sure. And then they bought it. One, I was at a market. And they saw
Lots of times there's trade fairs. Trade fairs are still a part of our business in some ways. For lots of different reasons.
Look at her blood pressure just went
up. But I know our trade fair is very different from
no, she just did one
fairs,
last. This was
the home show, all that sort of stuff.
No, this was a dire one she did last week.
What do your covers look like?
This.
Where are they?
Where is it?
I didn't go home.
Okay,
I was in the city. I'll bring one tomorrow. Jeez, y'all.
I like that. To ask the question. Yeah. And thank you.
No, that's okay. That's okay.
Like a mini one.
Barbie one.
That'd be good.
I was at the Baby and Pregnancy Expo. Catherine Chavez, who Aroma Baby, had songs with her, and the next door with her,
So
she had a little scarf.
What's the offering for small businesses for you? Because
I just saw her.
and guide them into people like you. Because really, doing it in my industry, really, right? So that's why I'm asking all these questions. So
no, we're
for my retailers had so
but in the end, the difference between mine and hers is I have this stick up neck, so you can still see what the baby's doing. Instead of her, where you still will be exposing my breast
and I do a lot of
every time you want to figure out why the kid isn't one sucking or off the breast.
Again, so I do a lot of product for that.
So,
when you say
as well as I think
with Chrysler guy and all that most of my clients
fabric is wider, the adjustable neck strap easy on off,
for us.
It's just a different style.
Yeah. So, I don't. It depends. So we take each client. So when people come to us, and if I had a private chat with each of you, I would advise each of you probably something different.
Yep.
But my overwhelming vibe is that you need to do all the stuff that you've already learned before you even think about paying any money for Facebook ads.
Yeah.
But if you get to a point, or you have somebody who knows that they're already getting traffic from AdWords, they're already getting traffic, and it's converting and turning into sales for them. Online stuff is already moving and already rocking, and you want to add more volume to that. Facebook ads can unleash a beast of traffic, a beast. Like our average client gets 19,000 leads to their website every month that's our average client. So every month just from their ads. So if we send 20,000 people to your site and they don't convert, it's a waste.
Yeah, okay.
So,
and is that done with daily specials, or is that done with information?
Well, it's different. It's going to be completely different. So if we have advertising a little event like this is really different from Anthony Robbins, who's going to go to 48 cities over a period of 3 years, and he needs all these people and free tickets and hype and all this sort of stuff. That's that's kind of completely different scale from something this small. So it depends on who your clients are and who your customers are and what your objective is. So I would do the worksheet and figure out who they all are. And the more specific you can be, the better off you're going to be. So if you have a boutique agent or a boutique shop that sells a particular kind of shoe or whatever, and that's what they do, then an ad that shows once a week to people who live right in that area, if they don't ship outside of their area, and they want people to actually come in the store, I would have like a photo of the person who owns the shop, like who'd be there. Like I would have a nice big photo, and I'll flip through my slides so you can see kind of what I was going to cover. But a really nice photo of that person smiling. It's like, hi, my name is Monique, and come in, and we've got a special on, or whatever. And then another ad that would show the shoes, and if you love turquoise, you've got to come in. And of course, then that would be people who live in that area, who are of a particular age, who like turquoise, or who like, you know what I mean, that brand of shoe. You got high-end shoes, you've got all of those brands are all over Facebook, so you can target them, and your ad will only show to people who live in that suburb, who like those shoes.
That's really good.
Can you make it that it can be either 50 or 100 or 150 kilometre geographic as well?
Yeah.
When
Yeah,
I
you
say,
can.
I live in Canwell, but it's only
Yeah.
for Hawthorne, so you don't want to go around and put, so you can do a demographic
Yeah.
search all the way.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
You can.
That's right.
Yeah.
So, and those, but those, my point is that retail shops, I don't advise that you just advertise all the time, every day, all the time, your ad's always there, because it doesn't work very well, because people always see your ad and it's not interesting anymore. So
That's
we
same
have
as normal advertising
Yeah.
too. You know,
Right.
we have peaks and troughs of
Yeah.
advertising campaigns that we run.
Yep.
And intense and then stopping is far more successful than being in the same spot, same time all the time anyway.
Yes.
So that's exactly the same.
Yeah.
Because they almost become immune if
Yeah,
they're
they see
it.
all
Like,
this
oh,
stuff.
Too many
you can.
situations,
And so that, like, we've got my favorite coffee shop right down the street, a couple blocks from my house. Like, I helped him get his Facebook ad set up a long time ago. So he runs one every Tuesday, and it's for a free latte or cappuccino. And so you show it, but you have to know the secret code. So it turns into a joke. Like, I mean, people who see it, and then it so only advertises to people who like coffee, who like, you know, live in our neighborhood and whatever. And he gets traffic from it, and people don't go in and just get their free
Yeah.
coffee. They
Yeah.
always, you know.
They'll
You're gonna
buy a
go in-
muffin and they'll bring their
Yeah,
friends.
there's a bit of loyalty
they bring their
too.
kids, you know,
Yeah.
big chinos and all that sort of stuff. He loves it.
Then
So
they remember tomorrow when they're feeling crappy that was a really nice coffee yesterday.
Right.
I'll go and see blah blah
Right.
blah blah.
Yeah.
exactly.
That's
So
good.
he's got it on, you know, and advertises, and he spends $5 every Tuesday to have that ad up. That's nothing, right? So $5 every Tuesday. The ad shows. He turns it on, turns it off, and it's effective for him. I mean, he doesn't need to sell much to get $5 worth of traffic through the door.
That's one
Yeah.
coffee.
Right.
Yeah.
So little things like that. So you can go on a really molecular, I don't know, tiny little scale, or you can go massive. And thank you,
Yeah.
speech
Speech
therapist.
therapist.
So yeah, there's the options are unlimited. I get really excited when I start talking about it. So
Well, it's just great.
That's the thing, it
That's what
does
we
sound
love.
really good.
Women that are passionate about their.
Oh, it's so sad. And then I think I care this much about Facebook ads. It's really sad.
No. No,
Are
because
you
there's
helping
a story
people?
behind it
That's
of
Yeah.
why.
Yeah.
It's your story behind why.
Yeah.
Why you started this and how
Yeah.
you got there. That's
Yeah, I found my thing, you know, and
Yeah.
so when you find your thing, you just gotta go like a bull at a gate.
Yeah.
At any stage, and this is a really personal thing, did you get like when you're in that, oh my god, I've got to do it, to the paralysing, I've got to go the next step, and
It's terrifying. I'm doing it right now.
So stepping up again.
I'm doing it right now. Well, you can't, can you turn the video off?
Yeah.
But a friend of mine, or one of my mentors, he's just great. He said, if you're not scared, you're not doing enough.
Exactly. Yeah.
I was going to say,
nice.
I think the emotion behind
Yeah.
anything you
That's
do.
yes.
Yes.
That's
I think
right.
it's
And
really
that's at
important.
any point and any level you're at in business, whether you're just beginning or whether you're Tony Robbins, everyone feels the exact same way. And if they don't, then they're not being honest, because they
Embrace
do.
the fear.
Yes.
Yeah, exactly. It's
It's
just about what you
scary.
do with that fear.
That's right.
Yeah.
I'm shaking again.
And again,
Throw it
you know,
out
that
there.
fear is that
Yeah.
false,
Yeah.
expectation that something's real. And really, you know, you've done it for so how long? How bad is it?
Right.
Yeah.
You know, and how bad is your product?
Well,
well,
right.
it's not.
Right. It's
You
not.
know, so
It's not.
it's
And
your,
they're not gonna, Epsimo guys are not
mindset around
gonna
that.
put it up on their site either if they don't like it. So they're putting it through their own quality control. I mean, so it's exciting. So that's next week. We'll see.
Next week, we'll
And you have those fears. Like, I'm just, as you know now, like I'm working with one of Australia's leading lingerie retailers. We're talking with Maya. Huge, like it's huge, and it's going to change. It's the fashion industry is very behind technology, so this is at beyond the forefront. Like, it is massive, and I am project managing that entire process. It's huge. The day before, like, I was filming and meeting with the developers and everything. I was crapping myself. I was in the car like,
because there's so much work to do, or you feel like it's
There's
unknown
territory.
it's unknown territory,
Okay.
and it's everything that Jen just said. It's you're putting yourself out there, and you have to make sure that you deliver on everything at every single touch point.
But we're all
You know,
human.
you know you can
It's
do it,
expectations.
and but often it's the expectations you put on yourself.
Right.
And it's all the what ifs and
Our need as human beings for certainty.
Yeah, yeah.
And stepping out of our comfort
Yes,
zone.
exactly. But that's when you do your best work, is when you step out of your comfort zone.
That's what grows.
So yeah.
The other thing to keep in mind is that every single time I go over a hurdle, and there have been a lot lately because Facebook have been doing some really bad stuff. So every time I go over a hurdle, I figure I've made it over this hurdle and other people are not going to make it. So I'm like, the field thins as every time you overcome some sort of fear, every time you overcome sort of, you know, if you don't have enough capital to get started and get off the ground, well, there are probably a million people just like you. If you, once you get over that and you've got something up and running, then you're a step ahead of everybody else again, and it just keeps going and keeps going, and that's motivating for me.
Yeah, it does. But the beauty of it now is you've got time, and that's all you need to build your profile online. That's all you need.
I've got the product and I've got the website.
Exactly.
You've got you.
I haven't done anything about it.
Well, that's all right.
Had my baby and it's all about it.
Yeah,
You're
exactly.
here, but you're here, and that's the first step.
Exactly.
Those babies will get bigger and you will have more time. It's just, and it just evolves itself. And I think being a young mum, working young mum, is a really hard task.
Yeah.
You know, you realise how hard it is until you're in it.
Yeah.
But every time they can got their own shoelace, clean their own teeth, plug their own
Exactly. Exactly.
It's a nice way to look at it.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is.
My baby's feeding himself now.
Bye.
How do we know, you said yesterday that we weren't going to be wondering where the heck to go next.
Yeah.
Are you still gonna clear that up?
Well, let's just.
And go home with a message to do this.
Yeah. So, and that's what it is. So this is what this is now about. Let's just work through all that. So, what do you feel like your next step is? Like, what are you confused? Let's just decompress and let's just process it now. So, where are you at? What are you confused about?
It seems like all of it's important, but 6 pages later, where do you start? One off of each page?
Yeah.
Do you have a blog?
Yeah.
I don't know.
So, it's like, okay, we'll work out the packaging is a priority, I think, the package deals.
Yeah. Where do you want to grow your business?
The wholesale.
Yeah. So what you need to do is work out then your prices and your packages around that and get that. So then with that, you could also start on LinkedIn and set up that profile. The beauty of LinkedIn, you can pretty much set it up and it's just there, and you don't need to do much on LinkedIn, which is why I like it.
Just update your project.
You can be active on it and you can probably optimize it so much more than what I'm doing.
Yeah.
But in saying that though, I'm not doing anything and it's growing and I'm getting heaps of leads. So
Okay.
that's the beauty of LinkedIn. So you could do that and then drive. Like, you've already got a hot lead at the moment. So I think for you right now, it's making sure you've packaged and priced your wholesale model, and then following up on your leads. So your call to action right now is that.
Okay.
You need to make sure too, when you're looking at wholesale, that there's margin for the retailer.
Yes.
It's 100% markup for them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I think
that's
margin, wholesale margin is really important. A lot of people work back from retail, and then if you don't get the margin, it makes a big issue for retailers. Because their floor space is expensive. That's one thing I can sort of pass on to you, is make sure that there's a dollar in it. Because if there's a dollar in it, they'll have to go at it. Even a promotion, you know what I mean? Buy 10 and get 12 or something, or rather get them started really. People bring out in retail.
But you've got all that though, haven't you?
And I think on all the social media stuff, because I've been there where it's like, there's all these places I have to be.
Yeah.
Well, this
And
is
like, where the hell do I do it? So I think one of the things that Wendy kind of spoke about was what each of them do.
Yeah, that was good.
So maybe for LinkedIn and Google Plus are the places for you as opposed to Facebook and Twitter, because that's where the wholesalers are more likely to be. You know, and with Google Plus you can find the wholesalers or find the people you want to work with and create a special circle to them, and then when you're blogging you can choose to share that information with those people or not share it with those people. You know, share the information you need to with them on Google Plus, as opposed to, oh my God, there's 6 platforms I need to be on.
Don't worry about the 6 platforms.
No?
Work on one.
Yeah.
But work on that, you know, like have your
Even up to
Facebook,
here?
have your Facebook page and it's there and you're doing random things with it. You don't need to do the 3 posts a day that include a question and a photo and a blah, but it's there.
No, I didn't.
And you've got a presence on Facebook, but you're focusing on your LinkedIn or your Google Plus or whatever. So it's very easy to get, you know. And if you don't have your Facebook page,
so what?
It doesn't matter.
Well, but as Renee and I said, though, I still want to keep the consumer side.
Yeah, totally.
So-
So you've got your Facebook page.
That's all happening. That's already happening. So you're very good at Facebook, and everything that you do, it's great, and it's working really, really well for you. So now you can kind of just embrace a new platform,
Okay.
because that's clicking over, and that'll just keep going.
Yeah.
So now you can go, okay, cool. Well, let's just do that, and let's focus on Google Plus, and LinkedIn. You can set it up and just leave it. That's fine.
Okay.
And use that, use it and connect when you need to, kind of almost. So, yeah.
Okay.
So once you set up the platforms, then, set them up and then use them when you're ready.
Okay.
But it's better to do one and do it really well than to do all of them and get nothing out of it.
Okay.
I think the good thing, like what Amanda just said, that Wendy went through, that didn't make it so overwhelming.
Yeah.
For me, because I can break mine down into 3.
Yes.
Oh, how am I going to get these 3 messages across?
Yes. Yeah.
But now in that, I know that my LinkedIn is for my corporates.
Yes.
And maybe some wholesale.
Yeah.
My YouTube can be generic, but it's just more about what we're about, and then Pinterest can be for retail sort of side. So that was good to sort of.
That's right. And just bearing in mind that your corporates don't want to be bombarded. They don't want to, so it's just knowing your market as well. So, for example, on Bra Queen, I used to get my blog posts just automatically emailed to them. What I tried was, I thought, hang on a minute, these are all businesses, they don't have time, they're just, they're not going to do it. So what I did instead was I did the fortnightly newsletter that is broken down into a few different sections, and this is what I've been speaking about on the blog. Give them a little, the first paragraph, and then they could then read the rest, and you direct them back to the website.
Yeah.
So, what you can do is do the blog post weekly. You can and you can use that as content within your newsletter. But then the content within your newsletter, you can use snippets of that and use it on your Google Plus, your Twitter, and your Facebook. So it's all the same content. You're just picking out the key phrases.
Yeah.
And that's all it is. So you can use the same thing. And as I was saying before, you write a blog post and then just read it aloud to camera. So, and then, also is what you can do is write down your 10 most frequently asked questions, right?
It's like on everyone's paper that's
handed
to us.
But also
It's written like 5 times in here.
But also write down the 10 questions that you want
them
to ask you, and do a blog post about that.
Or frequently asked questions?
No.
You didn't get that?
I'll have to check.
I did that the other day because I thought, just trying to make life easier for people, and I did that. And I found since that all my emails that are coming through, I go, great, you want it? Okay, cool.
Yeah, exactly.
All of a sudden they're giving me, and also they don't feel, that awful thing like,
My website.
Yes,
I wanna ask a stupid
exactly.
question.
It's all those stupid questions
Yeah,
that people don't want to ask.
Right.
Like, I've got one breast bigger than the other.
Yeah.
You know, what do I do? How do I fit a bra for that? You know, it's all of those questions that people, you know, people don't know. But they're embarrassed to ask because they feel like they should know. So it's all of those questions, but you make that into a blog post. You do that. If you say, I want to interview these 12 key people in whatever industry, and you interview them. You do, okay, I want to do these 10 reviews. Right there, you've just got 40 pieces of content. If you generate something once a week, you know, you're talking, there's a whole year's worth of content right there that you can continually just repurpose.
So Renee, you should have your kids talk on the video of what they like about the puppet.
Yeah.
Everyone loves kids.
Get Abby. I know.
Yeah.
But I'm not your target market. So
Have
your
you
video Abby on overmarket anyway.
Seriously, you do. It's my favourite video. I got reviewed in Tassie, and the lady videoed the kids. I watch it all the time.
Yeah, I've got one of two little girls watching my DVD. Going off.
Yeah.
I love it.
It's good. It's good. And most people
Excluding you.
relate to it.
Charlie would love
But it's not, I haven't repurposed that video. It's just on Google Meet comes up maybe on the third page now.
Yeah, so what you can do is, you know, we can get you a YouTube channel
And I can just put it
and
on
you
that.
can just post it on there and yeah.
Is it on a blog post?
Once you
No, she hasn't done it. No.
Oh, that's right. So once you get your YouTube channel and then you start your blog, you can make a blog post and embed from the YouTube channel to your blog, and that will give that a big boost.
Okay.
Because you've got it on your site, you've got it on YouTube, and now you've got it there. Google will go, wow, this must be a really good video.
Do you know how to do that?
And it's literally a copy and paste.
Okay.
Yeah.
Literally a copy and paste.
Sorry. Sorry.
So, this lady in Tasmania made this beautiful video. It's on YouTube. So when which is in this month, is to open my YouTube channel.
Right.
Can I somehow get that into mine?
Yeah, I would write to her and say, you can embed any video.
Well, she's embedded my, like it says ZZ Tops
Nice.
in there.
That's great. You can also just tell her too, because then she might promote it too, because she's famous. Her video was selected.
Yeah,
We selected your video as a feature on our website.
Yes.
You are legally to ask them to do that?
Yes.
You do, don't you?
I don't think on YouTube you don't. It's public domain.
If they've posted it, it's kind of public.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
As long as the safest thing to do is
To tell them.
ask. Well, yeah, next to that, you know, under that, is to credit. I got this video from, blah.
Here.
Which is
Mary
never
made
a
this
bad
video.
thing to do.
No,
Yeah,
that's
anyways.
right. It's all good.
Yeah.
Because what you want is when Mary or whoever she is goes and watches it, you want her to be proud
Yes.
and share it. And if
Yeah.
she feels like it's been stolen, then
Yeah.
Do you know Sleepless
you're not going to
Nights?
be proud.
Yeah.
Sleepless Nights?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the lady. What's her name?
Yeah.
So even
Veronica.
my DVD,
Veronica.
so
Thank
I've
you.
got one of the songs on my website that they can click and view.
Yeah.
So I could select maybe just a couple. I don't want to put all of them on YouTube,
Yeah.
but just select a couple so they get.
Yeah.
Is
And
that
that's
easy
a
to
really
do?
good.
Do I need to get that
Thank
footage in a different format for my producer?
He would have it. He would have
Okay.
the file online, so then you can
Okay.
just edit it.
Hmm?
Yeah. And you don't have. When I say you have to edit it,
Oh,
you
okay,
can just
yeah.
easily get someone to edit it for you. That doesn't cost a lot.
Okay.
And that's a really good kind of lead as well. You know, you could use that as an opt-in. Even, you know, like they could download and get a couple of, you know, like, you know, people say, you know, get the first chapter of this book, you know, subscribe to get the first chapter. You know, you could do subscribe to get the first song or, you know, whatever. That could be quite, and that's different as well because people don't usually do that.
Yeah, and there's a few songs on there that I love and others that I might probably would do that a little differently. So, yeah. Like I've seen the ones that have worked the best.
Yeah.
I'm going to do a promotion that you need to send me a video of your kids playing with them, and I'll send you an activity pack.
Yeah.
And then they can do the videos for me.
Or photos
Yeah.
of.
Yeah.
I don't want photos. I've got hundreds. No, I do want photos,
Thomas
but
the Tank Engine do that.
What?
Like Thomas, send us a photo
Yeah.
of your kid in their Thomas
Yeah.
collection. I think Lego's do it as well.
see, that was a thought the other day. I don't reward for them sending the photo in.
Yeah.
Okay.
So,
Alright,
and
so-
you know how you can get even more interaction?
Yeah.
Is here are the top 5 photos we picked out of all the ones that were sent in.
Vote
Yeah.
on yours.
And then
Sorry,
you just-
click at you.
Yeah, and then you get people to vote
Yeah.
for
No,
their
I
favourite
don't want.
photo.
No, I don't want. I don't
No,
like
I like
those.
it.
No,
Okay.
I don't want
Yeah.
judgment because I find them all beautiful.
Yes.
Yeah, but no, I do. I find them special.
I love that. That's great.
Yeah, I don't
No
want
matter
any
what they look
judgment.
like,
I
it's
agree with you.
cute.
I was just
Yeah.
thinking from a
Yeah.
perspective of
Yeah,
talking
but
and
I
blah,
don't
blah,
want it
blah.
judged
Yeah,
because
Yeah.
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 fair enough.
That's great.
Mm.
That'd be fantastic because they can tag, when you have your YouTube channel, they can tag your,
Me,
yes.
and then
Yeah.
they're doing all the work. I
Yeah.
don't.
By the way, I'm giving you permission to put the photo of Dad and Abby.
It's already on there. Sorry,
Is it on Facebook or the blog?
it's on my blog.
That's alright.
Love it, Poppy. It's the best.
Arr.
It's the most gorgeous photo of Em's dad and Abby. They're sitting across in a restaurant, and he's sort of looking, you know, like that loving, like, "Are you alright? Can I help you?" And she's making it.
Was it one of the business mums meeting?
Yeah.
I used to email Holly 2 days before, can you please bring this one and this one?
Yeah.
Kept Abby busy.
Yeah, that's it. Gave me a monthly photo.
$10 in your pocket.
How does everybody feel?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What time we go to wine?
Oh yeah. I said, "Oh, you know what photos and things." You
Right.
Oh, that's right. I'll just take a copy and photos of.
Now that we all have wine, we thought it might be a really good idea to just finish up
Okay.
with the day. So we're going to end the session, officially end the session now.
So you get lots of fans, leads, traffic, sales, but it's best for relationship building. So it's really good if you can use Facebook to strengthen, solidify, getting people to know you, like you, and trust you. That's the idea. So you can do that with ads, you can do that with your pages, you can do that with your messages, your updates, all the stuff Wendy talked about today. But just keep the focus on relationship building, not on selling.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay? It's not about sales.
Yeah.
Oh, you're gonna take a photo of me presenting with wine. That's
Sorry.
Photoshop.
That is so professional.
Okay, so, all right, anyway, you know how many people are here. Wendy went through a lot of this stuff, but this is, baby. This is Facebook.
That's what Suzette shoots. That's what
Baby,
exactly what
she
she does.
doesn't like them very much.
It's,
She does a beautiful job. She'll make your heart beat.
Yeah.
She really will.
It's funny the way she
it's
talks
important to
about it.
remember that Facebook is right at the very, very, very beginning of its life. And I know we've talked about how huge it is now, but really it's just the beginning.
True.
So nobody's behind. Holly, I think you said you were behind at lunchtime. You said, "Oh, I feel so behind." You're not behind.
Okay.
It might not have been you. I think it
Probably was me.
No,
But
but
but don't worry. It's you're not behind because it's just the baby stage now. It still is the baby stage. So you're right on track. You don't need any more likes. So many people tell me I need more likes. You don't need more likes. What you need to do is engage with them.
just be relevant.
Yeah.
Be real, be yourself. I don't really care how many likes I have. I really don't because I figure the people are there because they want to hear what I have to say.
Yeah.
Right? So if I have 5 or I have 5 million, I do not care because what matters is money in the bank.
Yeah.
I mean, really? Like, right? That's why we're all here. So don't worry and don't buy into it. I think it's like an arms race. It's not an arms race. Like, I have more fans than you.
Yeah.
I don't really care, right? So what you need is a targeted funnel. You need to bring all these people into your Facebook page. You need to talk about relevant stuff and then narrow down exactly to who is the best person to buy your stuff. If your message is always here, then they will funnel themselves. You don't have to worry about it. They will put their hand up and go, "I want to know more. I want to join your coaching," you know, and they put their hands up and it really does happen if your message is here. If you start talking about this over here or this over here, people are confused and they unlike you here, okay? But you guys talked about a lot of that today. This is really bad. This is what will happen if we throw 20,000 leads at your website if you're not prepared. So you need a targeted landing page.
Is that a target landing page?
No, this is an ad.
Oh, okay.
This is an ad, and it's just about, you know, getting market awareness. And you can see, well, all the ads I'm going to show you are really good examples of, you want to ask a question in your headline. questions are the best thing ever. People are thinking and they're answering them in their head. Yes, they might answer yes or no, but that's fine. If they answer no, they don't want to click on your ad and you save money, right? So questions are really good, and you can see that I have really short sentences. Don't write a big paragraph, because short sentences we can read subconsciously. So we see the ad and they either want it or they don't, and they can read it subconsciously without thinking about it. But you can use ads for market awareness. But what you want to do is bring people to a targeted landing page. Now this is an old school one. They don't have these anymore. But what the idea, what I'm showing you here, is how the image in the ad says exactly what you're going to get. You come to the website and it matches exactly what is going to happen. It's about, if you send people, the big mistake retailers make or small businesses make is they say, we have these great turquoise, snake skin, whatever, blah, blah, blah. And then you click it and you go to their homepage, which has
just about to say that.
links, and it's just terrible. So
what those shoes that you showed me.
Exactly, and that's a huge mistake. So
No.
Oh, okay, I thought that was.
No.
Sorry. Images. Happy smiling women wins 9 out of 10 times. So a lot of the big gurus teach that big boobs is the way to go. And big boobs might be great, but for those of us who don't have them, call Renee. I'll send him a happy smiling woman. And these are some examples of happy smiling women. They don't have to, it's not about that. It's about the image or the emotion you feel when you see a happy smiling woman. If it can be you, that's great. If it's a model or from iStock photo or whatever, I don't mind. But really,
Isn't that, sorry.
Yeah.
That is the funniest. I just put up, this is my shop. I've just had a lady come into the studio and she sent me it, and I put it's the most likes I've ever had. It's not even about my damn product.
Yes.
I was like, why can't I get that from the thing?
Exactly.
Okay.
Well, people on Facebook connect with photos.
Getting photos from stock, so anything on there is okay to use?
No. You don't want to go to Google Images. It's not Google Images because those belong to people.
They belong to people, so
You can go to iStock Photo.
So if I want a photo of like a child or
Photodune.net is another one. iStock Photo is one word. iStockphoto.com.
you buy them.
You buy them.
Okay.
So